Boom. That should have worked. Your event is starting.
I'll tell you when it pops up.
It says we're good on my end.
Nope.
No, it hasn't started.
Hold on. Give it a second, buddies. Oh, it's giving me something.
Up.
Cool. Starting. Yep. It says we're good on my end.
What's that? I'll tell you when it pops.
Boom.
Live 2?
Yep. Yeah, it's the wrong IP. We're good on my end. Or no, wrong URL.
Nope.
Oh, it's It's starting. Oh, it's on.
Yeah. Second, buddies. I had 2 going. Okay, cool. Let me get these guys the URL, and then we are good to start. Alrighty, so welcome everybody that's currently in here to the first Frozen Union Gaming Podcast. We're going to be doing these maybe once a month. I don't know. There's no set schedule for these yet, so it's still to be decided. With me, I have General Barry, who is the head admin on the server.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm joined by the player Avatar.
Yep. Hey,
Join-
everyone.
Joined by the player Cliff.
Yep.
And I'm also joined by the player Spider.
Hi.
And everybody's here just so we can talk about things. You guys can ask questions during all this. That's completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
How do they? Is it in the comments maybe? Or no, it's on the right. Cool dude 1119 says hi. So yes, comments are working. If you have any questions, post them inside the chat to the right. All right. So that's the first thing in our list. Next, we're gonna come up to the contest. Now we started this back in August 1st, I think. Yeah. Basically, the contest is where the first 5 players to make it to 01 get $100 each PayPal, or you can have $100 in the web store, whichever one you choose. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
That sounds great.
So yeah, I thought so.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is just a way to advertise the server a bit, get some more people in here. Because, I mean, we're growing rapidly, guys. I don't know if you guys have been able to tell, but
Partially to my voting.
definitely
tell.
voting helps. Thank you, Avatar, for all your voting.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Let's check.
I always forget the website, so.
Maybe bonuses could
How
be in the future for voting.
How come is there like a lag? I hear like a reverb.
A lag. What?
You
You
probably
have
have
your sound up on the
Oh, yeah.
podcast, and it's repeating.
Yeah, if you're on the podcast and you're listening, just go ahead and click the podcast so it mutes it.
That's if you are in this.
Mute
You're
the
commentating.
podcast.
If you're commentating.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
Cool. Alrighty.
Cool dude is
Got it.
wondering what's happening.
Alright, next on the list we got the new mines plus the cells. So basically we added new mine system because the previous mine system, I don't know if you guys were experiencing this, but if you're on the outer edge of the mines, it would basically kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Basically, if you were like on the outer end of the mine, so like you were on the edge of the mine wouldn't quite register that you're in there, so it would just immediately kill you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's make you start suffocating.
Or suffocating, yeah.
That's what always happens to me whenever I stop moving.
Yeah, but now we have it set up to where if you're in the mine, you won't get crushed, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can go AFK in mine?
Yeah, you can go AFK in the mine now.
Okay, great.
And then also we have new cells that we're adding. The cell system right now is a bit broken. The cells don't quite expire, so that's a very big issue that we need to iron out. But the only way for us to do this is to bring down the server for a little while. We're talking maybe a whole day or two. So, what do you guys think about the current cell system?
It's pretty good.
I like it, except for we have to put in a command to make our sales renew.
Yeah. That's a big
That's
one.
my biggest issue because I know on previous prison servers that I played on, basically all we had to do was right click it and it just renewed the cell.
Yeah, that's what I had too on previous
Yeah.
servers.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right. Yeah, but basically I haven't really messed around with the new cell system that much. We have it, we just haven't implemented it. Just like the mines, we had those for a while. We just haven't implemented them. Also in the subject, we have the new ore. So what do you guys think about the new ore? Any ideas for it?
It's pretty cool.
New war?
I think you should add like
Oh.
a pickaxe to make it.
Avatar's not quite aware.
Not yet. Nope.
Basically, Avatar, if you go down to a mine or any mine, that's not one of the, or that is a main mine. You'll see this, if you're not using our texture pack, which you should be, you'll see red sandstone.
Okay.
But
no, I'm not using the texture pack. But yeah.
so you see red sandstone.
no, no, I don't.
Hard clay.
actually.
Hardened clay, my mistake. Hardened clay.
Well, yeah, I see. Yeah, I got hardened clay and this other one that I forget what it was called, but yeah.
Should just be hardened clay. But if you are using it, it looks like an ore. So basically, you take that, you smelt it, and it gives you ingots, which we haven't quite implemented any of this stuff yet, but technically, it could act as a new type of pickaxe, maybe, in the future.
Okay.
Save up a certain amount, get a pickaxe. I don't know. We don't have too much planned for the new ore yet, but yeah. So, any suggestions on the new ore?
Okay, so on the new ore, we can't sell that from chests, can we?
You mean like the chest inside player shops?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. If you watch my chest shop tutorial I did on the Frozen Gaming website, it will go through how to find the ID for the ore, and yes, you can sell the ore.
Yeah. Yeah, and basically how I keep selling mine is I put hold the item in my hand and do /item info. And then that will give me the ID, and bam, I put the ID on the very bottom of the sign, and it should work.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. Then can you do the if you can do that, can you make blocks with them?
Yep.
We don't have blocks set up yet, like solid blocks. You can make ingots at the moment, but we want you guys to be able to make solid blocks out of it. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's
Will
great.
you add like pickaxes out of the new ore?
I don't know if we're gonna add whole new pickaxes, but we will definitely add it to where maybe some of the special pickaxes, if you save up enough blocks of a certain type of new ore, maybe that can replace pickaxe coins, a large quantity of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's basically that section. Moving on, we got...
I was in a mine today and it started counting down and it told me when it was going to reset.
Oh my god, I love that now.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Because normally, like, you know, you get these emergencies that happen. You know, you'd be playing along and forgot you got stuff in the oven or something, you know, and you always have to stop and think, where's this mine at? Is it old or new? Because if it's old, you gotta TP out, you know. You gotta warp out to like A or whatever and sit there and then go do your thing and come back, and it's a pain to go. So yeah, that was really cool today. I noticed that. I was like, what the hell? Because it said this mine has 600 seconds to renew or something. No, it wasn't that long. It was 300 seconds to renew. And I was like, I figured that was like, wait a minute, that's 5 minutes. And it came back in and it did 1 minute. And then it came and did less and less minutes. You know, it counted it down. It was cool.
Yeah, that's the news.
Thank you for that. That makes it a lot easier.
No problem. That's the that's like I said, that's another feature of the new mines. There's a lot of features with them. We can actually have signs now to where if there's a certain percentage of the mine that's that's already mined, then it will automatically reset.
Right.
Gotcha.
So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of cool stuff with the mines. All right, now to the main part of the podcast. The main featured, I don't know, subject of the podcast, I guess you'd say, and that
Right.
is cops or guards. I
Guards,
should
yes.
say. Guards.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar knows a bit about this.
Yes, I do. Actually, I know quite a lot, actually.
Basically, we want to implement player guards to where, say, Spider, if he wanted to become a guard, he can go through this process, he can become a guard, and there'd be a lot of restrictions on it. I know some players are going to think, oh, well, what if they harass me in the mines? Basically, the guards are only going to be able to go to certain places in the prison, so probably the courtyard. I don't even know if I'm going to allow them to cell blocks. I think I'm going to allow them to cell blocks, the courtyard, but they can't go into the mines at all. And the whole process, we've worked this out, me and Barry, to become a cop. First, you must make an application on the website. It must be approved by a sergeant. You have a TeamSpeak interview. And then after your TeamSpeak interview, if you are accepted, you have to go through a small test, not much, and then you have to spend 7 whole days as a cadet. All right, as the cadet, you have to be on TeamSpeak. You have to go around with another guard. He'll teach you the ropes, stuff like that. Go walk you through the guidebook, and then after that, you must take your final test to become a constable. So guard selection is going to be very hard to achieve.
Okay.
And then whenever you're a guard, basically you have access to certain things, like you can seize illegal items off of players, which the illegal item list is still to be decided.
Which I guess Pill, Barry, and I can contradict of or talk about what can and cannot be on the list.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between that and helper?
What do you mean?
Like all pretty much what you're doing.
Oh, helper's basically just moderating chat to be sure everything's going smoothly. Being a police officer would mean that you're inside the prison, cracking down on whatever, on crime, stuff like that, being sure the prisoners are in order.
Okay.
Yeah, because we Pill has been aware that some of the players are getting disappointed because we're not having guards, because guards make it more fun due to having illegal items like a sword, for example. We wouldn't be able to walk around with swords out anymore, for example.
Yeah, you can still have swords on you, but the officer does not have probable cause to search you unless you have it out, or he sees you having it out for a second. There's going to be like this whole list of probable cause, alright? And then we're going to have a new page on the forum in case for some reason you would have to report an officer, you have screenshots or whatever. Basically, we'll have that on the forums, and the officers will have, or will be, how do I put this, have more responsibilities as than a player, and they can be demoted, banned, kicked, whatever the situation may call for. So they're still players, they're just players with privileges, I guess you'd say.
Yes.
We'll start down the line. Barry, any input on this?
I think it's a good idea, but who is going to be the head guard?
Now, me and Avatar were discussing this. Chief of police, or I don't know what it'd be called in prison, but
Yeah, but
Chief
basically
of police.
chief of police. Yeah, basically in a nutshell.
Yeah, and he volunteered for the position, and there's no current other people running for that position. So I don't know. It could be Avatar. Just saying.
Yes. Yeah. Plus, it seems like I also have like at least a good, strong general idea of what should
How a prison should be run.
Yeah, how prison should be ran, at least that perspective of it. So.
No, that's cool. No,
Yeah.
that'll work. Yeah, you wouldn't want someone like Bashi Ba running
Oh my
things.
God.
or like Apostle who's or like Apostle whose only prison servers has been one other after the guard update and this one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you want somebody like myself who's seen the guards, understand what the guards or the cops do, and knows what it's all about. Instead of just throwing somebody new in there and say, "Have fun, good luck, gotta get going, bye."
Gotcha. Yeah, that's cool.
Spider, any input on this?
Not really.
You're just on board with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just taking in the information.
Avatar?
Sounds great, actually. I already put my 2 cents in with the whole entire, chief of police.
Oh, that's cool. I think that would add a really good dimension. Someone's asking you. That new Holly's asking a question on the board.
I've already done it.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great, and I think Avatar would make I can see that working out for you. With Avatar doing it, because you want someone that's got a brain. You know what I mean? You want like ex-gerbil, doing it. All fail, you see where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's the guard section, basically. That was the main thing that we've been doing, but there is more planned, so stay tuned. But basically, this was thrown in by me at last second because I thought it'd be a cool subject to talk about. Are the drop parties too OP? Are they too OP?
No, they're perfect.
No, they're not too OP.
I don't know. Like, if you were to
2OP
see
is
my
like-
my filling process, I put about 2.5 stacks of gold dust and gold coins into them whenever there's only like 7 people online. So, what are you guys receiving from the drop parties? Like, on your average drop party night, what do you guys get?
I usually get about 4 tokens and about like 12 keys and just random gold blocks and stuff like that, but not very much, only like 23 or so.
All right. How about you?
Yeah, Go ahead.
How about you, Cliff? What on average, what do you receive from the drop parties?
I'd say probably about 10 diamonds, a stack of iron, a stack of gold, some ores like probably 30 redstone ore and maybe 30 of those blue lapis blocks. Some weird items which just are extra and stuff, and maybe 1 or 2 emerald ore. Probably about 12 keys on average. Stuff like that. I don't think. Look, there's a lot, and this is what I was thinking about when you asked it. I think it's a really good question, but there's a lot of people that don't mine. Okay, and
Like me.
well, no, yeah, but there's a lot of people like that Despartan, guy. He gets on and then he private messages me, Cliff, give me 200,000. Okay, well, I'm not Bank of America. That's not what my dog's name is BA, but that doesn't stand for Bank of America.
Oh, come on, Cliff. You're in G. Aren't you Big of America since you're in G?
Well, but players like me, I try and be nice, so I try and spread it around. But to just be constantly, like I owe the dude something, is I just want to go strangle him. And so lately, when he jumps on, I don't I'll just go silent. But so he doesn't know I'm on, or sometimes I don't respond to him just at all. Now, I hate being that way, but come on. So I think you do get with those drop parties and stuff, you do get a lot of players that that don't mind, that will stick around, because that's probably one of their main sources of
Money.
acquiring stuff.
Income.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just on this server. I've seen drop parties last quite a while on other servers. They space them out to where it's not all in one thing. But I've seen drop parties that are 2 and 3 times longer, where they space them out, but more where they'll drop, say they'll drop 64 diamonds, then they'll wait like 2 minutes, and then they'll go in and they'll drop 12 emeralds. Not all at the same time, but bam, 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 like that. They'll rapid fire them out of their hand and stuff. I've seen that. So what I think is, I understand where you say 2 OP. Some of these players may think that if they're new and stuff, but when you're talking, like I've seen 27, 30 million to rank up, okay, you're going to have to attend a boatload of things over a course of 6 months to a year before that really adds up. I mean, when you're at B, A and B and stuff, yeah, those will get you through there pretty quick. But then it slows down, and when you get to F and you need 27, 30 million and stuff, there's no way to get that through those. I mean, 4 years down the road, from you doing them every night, they'll finally get to G. So they're gonna. So in a sense, I think the way you guys are doing it is just perfect. And I think that the new players that say, "Oh, this is OP, this is OP," well, yeah, but they don't know what they're facing. I mean, yeah, you give them, let's say as an example, that they cash in everything, and you get $25,000, okay, and they get 25,000 as an example only, and so they go in there and they cash out, okay, and they get the 25,000. Well, if they're A5, they're going to be able to rank up 2 or 3 times. That's not a problem, okay? And they'll be like, man, that's all from the drop party. This is, it's too OP. But the deal is, so these people, but when you get up to like say E, F, G, etc., 25,000 ain't nothing.
It does help, but you are right.
Yeah, it helps, but it's not. Yeah, I'm right. I mean, it's not nothing, but I mean, it's in the scheme of things.
Yeah.
As an example. So, yeah. So, because like what I'm doing is Cookie will give me some coal. Cookie owls now, say Cookie or whatever, but she'd give me coal. She'd give me 2 or 3 stacks of coal, and I'd give her a stack of diamond blocks. Well, as you know, you can go to GD3 and cash those in for 250,000, but to me, it's all chump change because I'm dealing in millions now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so it's different. So these guys that come in and they're like at their second or third drop party, and they're on A3, they're going to be like, well, I'm just going to rank up real fast just using the drop parties. Well, you can't really do that. Yeah, I mean, you can over time. If you're going to be here a couple years, that's fine. But, and stuff. And so their perspective is warped because they don't know that, okay, when you get towards G, you're going to be needing 30 million a bang. Where you're going to come in and go like that one at Spartan, are you going to come in and go, hey, Cliff, can I have 30 million? You know what I mean? Come on. So it's a perspective thing. So what you're going to say, like when you asked us that, all these players were all D plus. I don't know who else on here, but I know Avatar and Spider are. But we're all D plus levels, and so those drop parties, they're just normal. But like I said, someone just coming in, they're going to make good bank up front, and they're going, hey, man, this is really OP. Well, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was just a question I had because I mean I put a lot of stuff in those drop parties.
You do great.
You do, and yeah.
I didn't realize it got so evenly distributed. I thought everybody went home with like 4 stacks of stuff and stuff like
Oh
that.
no. Because normally, what I normally get is like 10 to
User in
20.
your channel timed out.
I normally get like 10 to 20 diamond keys. I would say probably anywhere from 20 to 60 gold dust if I'm lucky, and that's on a good day. And just other little things that help me along the way to help me get. So then when I get to the GD3 shop, I can just sell that little bit extra, and maybe it'll make that little bit of a difference of me ranking up.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not going to make like an OP difference, at least in my perspective, but it does make it can make a difference.
Yeah.
So and partially the reason why I haven't been coming to the drop parties lately
User was moved to your channel.
is due to not them being OP. It's just I just haven't felt like coming. I know Pill may realize that, so.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So that's that.
Yeah, because I go I just go to have some fun, but could I say it's worth it? Well, I can make that money mining. So from a financial standpoint, it's not worth it for me to go to the drop party. Okay,
Yeah.
because if I'm in a mine, I can make more money mining in that amount of time than I can at the drop party.
I know, that's what I found out.
Yeah.
Except for the facts that I get pickaxe coins.
Right,
the one
exactly,
thing.
exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
So,
Alrighty, guys. Next subject: Friday drop parties. What's good about them? What's bad about them?
Nothing's bad about them.
Yeah.
Nothing's bad. Not one thing. If there was one thing you guys could change, what would it be?
There should be different levels for different drop parties. So it would be like all the E's come to the E drop party.
I don't think we have enough players for that though. There'd be like 2 people per drop party.
Yeah.
True.
There's not enough players for that.
Maybe
down the road.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Down
maybe
the
that's
road,
something to
maybe.
do in the future. Specific block drop parties. That's not that bad of an idea. Wouldn't be too hard
Yeah.
to set up.
Yeah.
All right. How about?
Well, actually, I do have one thing
Oh.
that could change about the Friday DPs, maybe.
All right, go for
Which
it.
I think everyone needs, except for like Cliff and me right now, is simply more experience.
Oh yeah.
Simply more.
Because, more EXP, more experience.
I
Alright.
died the other day and I have 14 experience and I had like 132 before.
Yeah.
What
So.
What do you guys think about like a whole separate drop party? So like we'll have an early drop party of experience, and then we'll have a later drop party of like the actual drop party.
I don't know on that. I think the way that you do it, having the XP right after the drop party is that to me feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
All right.
Because here's the deal: if you have a drop party and then I go and after and I thank you, and then I'm in a mine or something mining, and then because when I'm in a mine, and Spider knows this more than anyone, when I'm in a mine, I don't come out until I'm full, unless
Yeah, oh
there's
my God.
some sort of emergency with someone where I have to go help or whatever. But I'll just stay in the mines. Well, so if you had a drop party and then a break of like say 15 minutes or whatever and stuff, and I'm already mining, I'm not going to come for the XP.
Well, I'm not talking that short of a time. I'm talking, I have a drop party 2 hours before the main drop party.
That's kind of like as a teaser, or
No, it would be a drop party of only experience.
What if you had
kinda
the
Go ahead.
okay? What if you had an admin event as the an XP thing? Like you
They
have
kind
to find an area, and then it will like give you XP there.
they kind of already do that. It's called PVE.
You do?
I haven't heard of it.
I haven't
Go
either.
to the animal
Yeah.
farm.
No, oh yeah,
I've-
or the animal farm.
I've got a request when you do the admin events. They're all great, and I love them all. But just to let you know, my favorite is when you spawn like 1,000 skeletons at time.
Oh,
Remember?
the A block overrun.
Yeah, A block overrun. That's my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
Spider, what's your favorite?
Like admin event.
Yeah.
I did really like the find the person event.
Oh, that was Avatar actually.
Which one? The find me when I escaped to Warp Island, or the one where you had to find General?
General, like any of the admins or
Uh,
any of the staff.
the one inside the by the admin estates.
Yeah.
Avatar, what's your favorite?
That was it. It was the one with the hide and seek one by the admin estates.
Yeah. Well, I personally kind of have two favorites actually. Pretty much the hide and seek with me on Warp Island, because that was just my idea. So of course I'm gonna love it. And my second one, and my other favorite, is actually the PvE events. You know, the Ender Dragons, the witch fights, the zombie fights, etc.
Yeah.
The only issue I have with the PvE fights, and I know there's nothing much we can do about it except for to spawn a little bit less, is
lag.
the lag that goes along with it.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's
Great
not so
power
great for
comes
me.
Great lag.
Yeah, and like I said, the only thing that we could really do about it is have them last longer but spawn fewer mobs at once.
Alright, gotcha.
I didn't realize you guys were lagging. I didn't realize you guys were lagging out that hard because
Oh yeah, it's really bad.
I have
really
an
bad.
over average PC, so I don't really. That's the problem with having an over average PC. I can't have a user's experience on my server. I can't tell what's the usual frame rate because I hate lag. So I try to keep everybody else's lag up, but I have a very hard time doing that whenever I have high specs.
Yeah.
Well, what is it that causes the lag? Is it their computer or is it their internet connection?
No, it'd be their computer for that. It'd be not enough RAM or not a good enough processor, or maybe even if they have that bag of a graphics card, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know like Apostle, Doc, and myself all have issues with, hey, we're getting a whole bunch of lag here, you know, and I mean, I also fight. I mean, I have some God Apples and Proc 4 armor. I can still fight without dying. It's just the issue of, you know, actually the lag, you know.
Yeah, there's not too much I can do about that at the moment.
Yeah. Besides, you know,
Yeah.
spawning less mobs and have the admin event last longer.
Yeah, like you said that.
You know.
That's one thing too, is you should have the admin event longer.
Well,
They seem really short.
yeah. Well, I mean that's one of the issues with the admin event, because usually it's just that we don't really plan the admin events. We kind of just do it if we feel like it after a drop party. There's no set schedule yet.
Yeah, and also I know Pill takes ideas from the players as well, like me with the whole entire Find Me at Warp Island stuff, because that was originally my idea. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember talking to the Avatar, and all of a sudden it said, "User has left the channel." Huh?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that. I was in with Cliff,
that was
and I was
Pill,
like,
you know, taking me away from you
Yeah.
guys, so we could
Yeah.
do the admin event. So then, yeah.
Got it.
I was with Cliff at the time,
Yep.
and it was just like, you've been moved. It was like, what the?
Yep.
Alrighty. Next subject. What do you guys? Oh.
Yeah.
Well-
I'll talk about it.
No, here I'm going out of order here.
Okay, I see.
I got this. Don't worry about it. All
You
right.
got it?
The resource pack. What do you guys think of it? what needs to be added, what needs to be taken out, stuff like that.
I love it, but it needs to have like more textures have to be changed.
Yeah.
Give an example of what textures.
Let's say stone, cobblestone.
He means all the basic stuff. So whenever you look
Yeah,
around the prison,
wood,
all the textures
anything like
change.
that.
Yeah.
Pickaxes,
Mhm.
swords.
So you would like to
Yeah.
see a complete texture pack, is what you're saying?
Yes, except for like a few items which don't need changing.
Yeah. How about you, Avatar?
I pretty much like it the way it is currently. The only thing that I would try to change, I don't know if this is possible or not, that 30 seconds to minute lag when you join the server.
I don't think
Oh.
that's a resource pack.
That's the resource that would be your
Yeah.
internet
Oh, that's
connection.
downloading.
Yeah. But that's being fixed because basically we had the music files and those just took up a lot of space, but we've gotten rid of those. I hate to
so it's-
announce,
Yeah.
but we've taken out all the music at the drop parties.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't it like 28 megabytes right now?
Mm,
Something like that.
it's going to be smaller in the future, but yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
around 28, hovering around there, I think. Have to double check that.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, so I really do like it. It's just the whole entire issue of the little lag spike because it just seems like no one's computer really likes it at all.
yeah.
Mhm. Well, the lag spike when you download a texture pack, you can exit out of it and it will do it automatically, eh?
Really?
Like whenever I come on the server, it always downloads for some reason. It doesn't save it, and if you just hit the escape button, it will like exit out and it won't show up for you. And as soon as it's
Ah.
done, then it just freezes your game for like 30 seconds or so, and then it
Ah.
loads.
Okay.
Yeah, I've actually gotten the new resource pack here, and we were completely off. The old file was 27 megabytes. We've reduced it down to 2 megabytes. So
Oh,
it's,
nice.
it's a lot easier for players to download.
Okay, but didn't that do away with music?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, what we're gonna have a separate download, and then I'm gonna do a tutorial on this. So there's gonna be a separate download. It's gonna be our music file, and then you can add that with your current resource pack. And the only thing that will change is the music. So we'll still have music. It will just be a separate download. That's not
Okay.
automatic.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So like you have to choose if you wanted to download it.
Basically, it's not really required or recommended, but
Right.
it just if you want that aspect of the game, then yeah, you can download it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Except no
drop
one has
parties, we'll
CD
just hear
discs.
Plain old Minecraft music.
What in those kind of on that along those lines and stuff, coming in and and joining the server and stuff for the newer people. What I've been doing, because I used to take them around, and show them everything, and I still do that. And if they have questions and I'm on, I help them out. But one of my favorite things now to do is go watch the videos, the videos that I made, and I think it seems to help them out a lot because they had a lot of questions. It's like, well, what do I need these, or what do I use the gold dust for, or stuff. Well, I can go watch the videos, and so that's I think really helping your newer players there in that regard. And so when you're doing these texture packs and you're doing all that stuff, please keep the newer players in mind. Please always think, because it when these players come in and we deal with them, because I know Avatar does, I know Spider does, I know I do, all three of us do. When we deal with them, we want to make it as easy as possible on them.
Yeah. Like Bunny, I
Okay.
forgot to say to the rank up thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go through, and I'm gonna do more videos and stuff. But they come back from the videos and they're like, "Wow," and stuff. And one of them was that new player. I forget his name. And he was asking me about the pickaxe. I was like, "Oh, dude, go and check out that video." And so he went and saw the video on it, and he came back. And he's like, "Wow!" And then he was walking around with pickaxes, so I know he bought them from your shop, Pill. But so when you do this stuff, when you have the packs and all that stuff, always think of the newer players that are coming in and how you can make it easy on them to transition with you.
Yeah, that's exactly what we've done. We've taken the resource pack and we've shrunk it down so it's a smaller download for people that have internet issues.
Yes, I think that's brilliant. Brilliant.
Like me sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it should download very quickly now for most people. All right. Well, moving on to, let's see here.
I wanted to say something.
Oh, go for it.
At a drop party, I would suggest on adding music discs, because that would be good if you got the additional download thing, and then you could like play music at your house and stuff.
We
Problem
don't hand
is
out.
with that though is they're not compatible. Like you can't cross music. So if one person started a song and the other person decides to start playing their song, your music will cut out.
Oh.
So
And also, we want to keep it, a drop party thing. You only get these at the
Right.
drop parties, or you can't get them. You only listen to them at the drop parties. And whenever
Okay.
there's one playing, there's a drop party going on.
I see.
Yeah,
So-
it's a special thing.
Yeah, very special. What do we got next? We got just a general question to start to wrap things up. What would you guys like to see in Frozen Union Gaming Prison?
Okay. Yeah, I was waiting for that. That's a very good question. I was talking with the Epic Miner today, and he's friends with one Outway. He's I think he's 13. But he comes from a place where they have survival prison, and
Yeah,
my
I've heard of this.
my understanding is, well, from what he told me, is like this is like I don't know, it would be like down a hallway and then you go do the survival part of the prison. I don't know, but he said, and there I was talking, well, you ought to help Pill, or you ought to give Pill some feedback on it. And he says, well, I know all about the plugins, because what he was, well, I don't know, I can't verify that he was, but what he told me was he was head admin over at this other site that closed down, or not not head admin over the whole site, but just on the survival part of it. I have never ever played survival. I don't know anything about it. But when you go down that route, he would be someone to talk to. And I know what my suggestion, though, before you do that, before you go out into these other areas, like survival or games or whatever you're gonna do, that's fine. But before you do that, get that second prison completely done.
Mhm.
Because you've got other than other than just a few things, like the cells and all that stuff, you basically have prison 1 done. And stuff, and being a player, I love it. I love the mines and stuff like that. But like what's her name, ex Gerbil, wants to rank up and can't, and all that stuff. I would say Wipeout is in number 2 first, and once you're with it, meaning once it's done and you're good, you walk away and said, okay, that I'm going to be doing repairs here and there, but pretty much I've got the prison up. Then go and do these other things. Because I'll give you an example, and I use this with my clients. If I asked you to jump up and down on 1 foot, we could all do it. Okay, no problem. But if I asked you to jump up and down on 1 foot while writing your ABCs in the air with your right hand, you couldn't do it. can. I can't do it. Okay. And the reason for that is because you're doing two things at once. So it's when you do two things at once, it pulls your focus. What I would do is I would finish that second prison and then move on into these other areas. But that's just my opinion. I'm done.
All right. Well, I know where you're coming from with that. Basically, we're not releasing anything until the server's finished. But I'm not going to say that we haven't started other projects. We have started other projects. It's just they won't be released until this one's completed, basically. So, and that's to go along with splitting up server population, because if we have two servers of two different subjects, of course the population's going to get split. We don't want that till we get larger. And
Right.
that's one of the reasons behind why we're not releasing anything yet.
That's a good idea.
What would you like to see, Spider?
I had something to say, but I can't remember now. So
All
I'll
right.
tell you when I remember.
In that case, we'll move on to Avatar.
Alright, mine's gonna be kind of interesting because this may solve a DP issue that I brought up about the EXP. What I think we should put in is simply EXP grinders. And we can do warp EXP and go to EXP grinders. It could cost 10k in-game money to get in there. And then maybe, like, let's say we have the donor tag above our name, like me and a couple other people do. We can get in there for free, since we did have to actually pay for it. Also, on top of it, along with the EXP grinders, I think there should be a little area that we could go to as well, that we could actually PvE mobs, where we could, like, I don't know how this exactly would work. But, like, let's say we wanted to spawn in 20 zombies that are wearing Proc 4 diamond armor with region 20 for 5 minutes. I think we should be able to do that. So then we can at least fight something instead of someone, because it seems like as of right now, no one really PvPs anymore, or no one PvPs right now.
Right.
Yet. Right. I agree.
So I think we need at least something to fight that we can actually, that can actually have a chance of killing us. So then we can, feel like, hey, we have, we say, hey, we can accomplish something besides mining. And, if we defeat, said mob, I think we should get maybe like a 2k reward or something. Or maybe not a 2k, but just depending on where you're ranked. Like, let's say, like, Cliff, Spider, and I are all in F+, I believe. Like, let's say we would get a, like, $1 million reward or something.
Alright.
Yeah, because I honestly do think we need at least something to fight, so, besides each other, which we are not really doing at this point in time.
Yeah, well, there is that, but it's not until that second prison. When I did a tour over there, he's got some of that stuff over there.
Yeah, we can do it now if we really wanted to. It's just the issue is we don't.
Right, gotcha.
So I just feel like we need to, have something in a fight, because that's something I really kind of enjoy, is like using command blocks to custom create our own mobs that we can fight. And we can't.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great idea, I think. I mean, you're talking about basically building a little area where you can, like, go out and fight mods, right?
Mobs, yes. Basically, we would do, like, mob, and we would go to this, like, a 50 by 50 square where on one of the walls there would be buttons for, like, a command block, or you could add an add-on where we could custom create our own mob, and where it can be any mob. It could just be a normal skeleton, or a skeleton that has, diamond armor that has proc 4 Unbreaking 3 with any potion effect that we wanted.
Well, you know what? I mean, I think that's a great idea, guys. I really do, and I think like exactly what he said, like a almost where those cows are. I mean, not the cows, leave those there, but kind of like a pen like that, and make a mob spawners and stuff, and kind of trip it out like where it's a room off to the side, where people can do that, and have it to where like make it some small amount, that's not going to change people's lives type of a thing. But like rotten flesh, say you get like 64 rotten flesh, you could sell it for like $300 or something.
Yeah.
So you get, not, like I said, not to where it's changing people's lives, but enough to make it, or something, make it something that, kind of a little bit of a reward. I think that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah,
Avatar.
and well, with the mob,
Brilliant.
with the mob farm, that would be in the mob farm where like rotten, you can sell like a whole bunch of zombies would fall down, and you can sell the rotten flesh for $300. But in like the 50 by 50 mob arena, basically, you could just it wouldn't really matter because you would be fighting maybe one zombie or something that's super powerful.
I've got a suggestion for that.
Go for it.
I was on this other server the other day, and I was checking it out, and it was really cool. So what they did for to get XP is it was /warp mob, and when you went to /warp mob, so pretty much you'd hit this button, and it would teleport you into a room, and then it would start spawning all these creatures, and then once you killed them all, it would teleport you into another room, and then you could keep doing it until you couldn't take those mobs anymore, and then you could just teleport out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could be also another option too. Yours and mine can actually go hand in hand, where we would have the option of doing a battle royale versus fighting one OP mob.
Yeah, I mean, if you're worried about people getting skeletons from or getting bones from the skeletons from that, then just leave those out. But I mean, at a minimum, have the zombies where all you get is rotten flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me with like the skeletons, I think we would. Well, personally, I need them due to the fact of my dye shop.
Because One Outway was talking about those.
Yeah, because because I know
One Outway was talking about those a long time ago.
Yeah.
But he wanted them, I think, to actually where you like purchase them or whatever. But
yeah,
kind of like you're talking about kind of like similar to an animal farm. Okay. But it's mobs, right?
With the EXP farm, yes.
Hello?
Yeah, we're still here.
We're still here.
Yeah, Cliff?
We're all here.
You still there?
He's losing connection or something.
Yeah. But I'll go on with what I was going to read.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh,
Hey.
There, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. It was my volume.
We heard all that, so.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we did hear all that. So basically, my thing with that is, that's actually a very good idea. It's just, that's more or less of the EXP farm than it is anything else. So, but with the bones, I know. I personally need the bones due to my dye shop, so then I can keep the dye shop open, and then that way, if we ever, think, hey, banners might be cool, I know I'm starting my sheep, I'm still continuing my sheep farm. We can make custom banners, and they can actually buy it through me. So that's why I would kind of like the mobs to, the skeletons to drop the bones.
Yeah.
And then I know slowly but surely, Cliff, you can start your own dye shop too, or if someone else who knows prisons as well, who are very good at them, I can give them a couple flowers. They can start a dye shop, and I can have some competition, etc., 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 so on and so forth.
Gotcha. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Um, no, that's that's a good. Pill Barry, what do you think about that?
You can go first,
Um,
John.
I like it. I mean, I was thinking about doing
Yeah.
this thing. I asked Phil about it. It was where, basically, we have these open PvP areas where now they're covered with hills, but of having actual player shops. Like, they can open them up, and, then, of course, you could have your dye shop, you could have your rival right across from you. All that, but
That would
it's
be cool.
just an
Are
idea.
you talking like a market?
Kind of like a marketplace, yeah.
Okay.
Black market.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
And they can rent it out.
In terms of the mob farm, I don't have well, I can't say I don't have a problem with it. Like most fun things, I have an issue with. But I have a couple concerns for it. I mean, it's definitely something that will be added. I see where you guys are coming from with it. It's an aspect that we need to give players a bit more action, stuff like that. Sorry. But my only issue with it is players getting bones and string and fermented spider eyes, which I'm trying to keep on the down low.
Yeah, well, the problem solved. You don't add spiders.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And bones. I mean, geez, I'm gonna be selling seeds here soon. I mean, are you really worried about us getting wheat? I mean, anyone with a habit brain can realize how to get wheat from this server. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see where you're coming with that, Spider. But I mean,
You mean Avatar?
yeah, sorry, Avatar. I'm getting people confused. Somebody
No,
said
you're fine.
Spider's name in chat, and I read that.
No,
Anyway,
you're fine.
yeah, I see where you're coming with that. You need them. But yeah, they'll probably be added here soon.
I mean, how do you think I got mine? My
yeah,
seeds.
I know how you got your seeds. All right, Avatar.
Yeah.
No,
so,
no need
I
to
mean-
brag now. You outsmarted Pill.
I've outsmarted you a couple times.
I know
come
you
on.
have. I know you have.
Yeah, so have I.
Everybody has. Pill's dumb. There, I said it. Anyway.
No, Phil's not dumb. He's
Oh my
Yeah,
fine.
he's
God.
definitely not
I
dumb.
said it once and I'll say it again while we're live streaming. Pill, you're fun when you mess up.
Yeah, because you guys all benefit from it.
Wait, what are you talking
Exactly.
about? Phil never messes up.
I'm perfect.
He's just perfect.
Anyway,
Oh yeah.
John's best CSGO. All right.
1v1 me IRL.
Oh yeah, totally. All right. So, moving on, we're gonna now go to user questions. If you have any questions, post them in the chat. But we already have a few actually. Players have been really going at it. Cool dude has. All right. So first one.
Wait just a second. I got a question. What is a podcast? I mean, what? So have they been able to listen in on us or
Yes.
no?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
listening live,
Oh, okay,
Right
gotcha.
now.
and
Yeah.
it's recorded, so
Yeah.
All right.
we'll be able to view this in the future.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right. That's cool.
All right. So first question. About the mines. If you leave the server and you spawn in, will it kill you? This has not been tested. But
Actually,
I'm
yes,
guessing
yes,
no.
it has by me.
did you test it with the? Have you tested it today?
Today, no, but it has been tested.
Well, we implemented a new mine system today.
Okay.
He's referring to that.
People are asking, where do you get wheat?
Where do you get wheat? Oh no!
You get it
No,
through
please,
me.
no.
You get it through me. You simply just get it through me. If anyone wants weed, just ask. I'll give it to you.
Avatar's
I want
the
some.
dealer. He
Yes,
can get you anything,
I'm gonna be the drug dealer and the corrupted head cop.
No wonder you're in prison.
Oh, that's funny.
Can I have some wheat?
Sure.
All right.
Avatar, I need more of your ink sacs.
All right, another question here. Will there be more custom enchants? Will there be more custom enchants?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, basically. Custom enchants are very hard for us to do here. For one reason, we have issues with coming up with the ideas of unique picks. We don't want, we want our pick access to stick out from other servers. So we have an issue with keeping it unique, and we also have an issue with actually creating them. At the moment, it's very hard for us to create them due to the short, what do you call it, staff, I guess? Due to the short amount of staff that know how to use Java. So, possibly in the future. I'm not going to promise anything too soon, but probably in the future.
John's learning Java.
I guess.
You better start learning. Will we be able to make a ore block using the new ore? Yes, you will be able to make an ore block using the new ore. What are your guys' what would we use the new ores blocks for, guys? Like, any ideas?
Crafting armor.
Or blocks. Yeah, you could do that.
Craft special types of armor with perks.
You could sell in bulk. That's what I like about the blocks. Like, cause I tell you what, cause I had a gazillion furnaces in here, and now I got rid of most of them, not all of them, but a lot of them. And the reason for that is because, I've gone to blocks, because working with these blocks are just so much easier. You know what I mean? So that's, and that would carry over to the other thing, because like say if I'm selling these things, okay, like say as an example, if I'm selling the palladium, which I think is really cool, by the way, say I'm selling that stuff, well, I got to have backups in my chest. Well, it's easier to store, if I've got 6 blocks of this stuff, I've got a complete chest, where I can just transfer it over, which is what I'm doing right now in my cell with gold. But if I have, that same I'd have to have a full chest sitting there to back it up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the block advantage is.
Okay, well, as people saw in chat, I just left and joined back because I did the thing where I dug into the mine. It said it was going to
Reset.
reset in 10 seconds, so I just left the game and joined back, and it teleported me where it should teleport me when it resets.
All right.
So you won't TP in the mine.
Cool.
Oh, that's fantastic. Man.
Cool. So
Yeah.
to answer that question, no, you will not die inside the mines if you join back. Although I still just recommend don't log off in the mines. That's just a bad idea all around any way you look at it.
Or pull an apostle and fall asleep in the mines.
Yeah, don't fall asleep in the
But
mines either.
just say. But
Still go back.
here's the deal. Okay, let's say you're in the mines all of a sudden, and then there's a big bang at the door, and the police break in, and the SWAT team, and they're taking you away, and stuff. I mean, you're pretty much
For all those
screwed.
illegal seeds and drugs and sex.
I mean, you're pretty much screwed, and you come back. But this sounds like with the new system that there's a level of protection there.
Yeah.
So I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I used to have this plugin on my old server when I was just testing around with it, and it was called the drugs plugin. And whenever you right-clicked with sugar, it used to give you effects, and it made your screen all, but it used to make you super fast and jump high.
Yeah.
That was.
That's what Sure used to do on my old server as well that I used to play on.
Apparently, everybody's a drug lord.
Yeah. Also and this is something that also I talked to Pill about, was like when you right clicked it, it would give you like a nausea 4 for like 30 seconds, but strength 2 for like a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Another question. Don't know how we got off subject of that, but anyway.
oh come on! You're with a couple other people. It's gonna be a derpy podcast. Come on.
It's very derpy, this podcast.
Of course. Plus, you're with me, the derpiest person on the server. So next to X Gerbil.
Will there be? Wait, no, hold on.
I get it. It's kind of like prestiging, but yes, there is another prison, but it's not in that way.
If you scroll back up, there's actually a different question. Will there be donor perks? This is very undecided. We don't know yet. It's possible, very possible, but probably not. We want to try to get away from the idea of donating
perks.
Perks as much as possible. We want everybody to be somewhat even to the best extent we can.
Well, then I gotta ask here then. For the people who don't have the money for like plots, or even like to extend the cell, how is that even?
Well, it's
yeah.
Like I said, we can't make this 100% even for everybody, and not, the server isn't just generated randomly. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's not magic.
Yeah.
So it's hard for us to not to have a level of everybody's even, and also the donor perks and all that. I wouldn't really call them perks. I mean, you can do the same thing with almost the same thing with the plot as you can a cell. Just in terms of what you create on it is different. But you could still mine. Yeah. You can still make money. You can still do everything. Although you're just limited on space.
Yeah, well, I understand that. But it's like, I know when I first started with my dinky little cell over here, I had one heck of a time storing everything, and
I know, right?
And it even though I had a job that I was lucky of having a job that does pay me not the best of money, but it's an okay amount of money. And I know if I didn't have that $12 to spend on my plot, I would have just been SOL over here. So I mean, it's like
well. Oh, the prison 2 and stuff is got now I didn't see if he had him set up or not, but it's got like a wing where there's free plots.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, prison 2 soon to have plots. Basically, if you can't afford to pay $12, that we understand that, but if you make it up to G, then you're able to buy a plot. It won't be the same size, but it's definitely a lot bigger.
Yeah.
See, your serious players are going to be in that second prison. I mean, compared to where you've got the, you got the new people coming in, and the people that are begging and stuff like that. A lot of that's just going to be prison 1. Whereas the people in that second prison, those are going to be your serious players.
Exactly.
And stuff, and so all the people have to do then, like what Avatar was saying and stuff. I agree with that. But what people need to do then is say, okay, I don't have the money. I can't get a plot. I don't have the money for a cell extension. I can't do nothing. My advice would be to just wait and get in that. If you're serious, get up and in that second prison and go get yourself a free plot in that second prison.
Okay. Yeah, and actually my perspective is that's also kind of hard to do with that small of a cell, though. And I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm just saying that it's difficult because you only have a set amount of space that you can actually do stuff with, because
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the blocks that separate the top cells from the bottom cells are full blocks. So if you put a chest on the very top block there, it won't open.
Yep, but you're right, and I hated that. But
Yeah.
in the new prison, you can.
Yeah.
Oh, so the cell updates,
Yep,
they're going to be half slabs.
No. The cell updates, they're a lot bigger, I should say. The cells are a lot bigger once you get to G.
Well,
You
no,
can-
no. I'm talking about here A through F, not G.
Well, I mean, I can't really efficiently do that, can I? Or else
Yeah.
you're gonna have the issue of players. Can you open it while it's double half slabs?
No, because I think that's considered as a full block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the issue, or else the person above you is gonna be lower.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys would consider doing this or not, but this may be something you can consider when you're, closing the server down for a day for the new cell things. But extend it up, maybe like the cells in A, B, C, or A through F. Maybe consider boosting them up, like where they're having half slabs on the top cell, and boosting the other one up by a block.
I don't know. I mean, I think the cells are okay as the way they are.
Yeah, I mean they're okay the way they are if you have a plot. But I'm just saying, if you don't have a plot, well, you're kind of SOL.
Well, no. I mean, even without a plot, I think that it's still okay, because you gotta think that you have a lot of ways to store stuff. You have your cell. You have what is it? You have your cell, and you have backpacks, which you can put inside a chest at your cell. So ideally, you almost have unlimited storage if you do it correctly.
Yeah, and then also, yes, you do, and then you have the issue of memorizing everything. So.
But still, it's possible if you put enough work into it.
It is possible, just extremely tedious.
Yeah. All right, next question. What will palladium be used for in the future?
Drugs.
Not drugs.
Yep.
Of course.
Definitely not drugs.
Damn it.
You just melt it up back in your furnace and you inject it.
I think you need. I like the use of the palladium and stuff, and I think you need a separate metal shop. Okay, and
Like a black market.
kind of like
Black market.
what I'm thinking is like across from the like when you go /GD and you go down that tunnel and you turn left to go to the gold dust shops. I'm thinking of make a tunnel where you turn right and it's just a metal shop, meaning it's just got iron, gold, palladium, and whatever else you add as far as metals go, precious metals, and have slightly better prices in there, because the first thing you need to do with these metals, in my opinion, is you have to make a market for them, which we don't have yet. And so if I start buying these things from people, I need a place to sell them. Okay. And stuff like that. And what I would do is I would have tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 1 is in the first prison, and it has okay prices. Tier 2 is in prison 2, and it has far better prices. Okay, what that'll do is that will allow a market to be created here for those metals. That's what you got to do first. Then, in my opinion, then go ahead and work on the what can I make, armor or swords, whatever, out of those. That's fine, but the first thing you need to do is create a market, or when people are just going to be mining, they're just going to throw that stuff away.
Yeah, well, this is the first day they're implemented.
I know.
We don't have anything planned for them yet. We just want to throw it out there, see what players thought, and so far we've gotten a pretty positive review about it. But yeah, we'll definitely have a shop for all this stuff. But in terms of what will it be used for, I mentioned this early in the podcast. We may make it to where if you have a mass quantity of it, like a super large amount of palladium or whatever, then you may be able to buy I don't know, maybe you'll be able to buy your way into the gold dust shops.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, if you don't have enough gold dust, if you have a very large sum of palladium, then you can buy your way in. There'll be little things like that, which you can use your palladium for.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will be right back, so.
Alrighty. Next question.
I have one.
Oh,
actually.
Oh, yep, go ahead.
Just to say, about the survival prison thing. If the server does like take off, which it probably will, with lots of people, you could have like a second part with survival prison, which I don't know if it's his version that you were talking about earlier, but there's a version where it's pretty much it's just you go into a different world and then it's all just you get to do whatever you want. You have to sort of survive, but then you can still do like warp A to get like building blocks and stuff like that.
So would it be the same server or would it be a whole different server?
Same server.
I see.
Like you could have like it would be split into two different sections. Like at the start you could decide what colony you would be in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could change it if you wanted, but only like I don't know, there would be like a time limit on it. Like so you couldn't just keep switching back and forth.
Yeah, I see what you mean there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're doing that wrong. I think it'd have to be a whole different server.
Would it?
Yeah, because I don't know, just the way that it sounds, it'd be kind of hard for the server to, run with two prisons on it going at the same time, because already the current prison takes up a lot of resources. It just times that by 2. I don't see that ending very well.
Alright. Yeah. I see what you mean.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
We got another question.
Thank
here.
you.
Welcome back, Mr. Avatar.
Thank you.
We got another question here. It's quite amazing. How much is Smelter's pick at the Gold Dust Shop? The Smelter's pick at the Gold Dust Shop is you can get only a Smelter's pick for 48, or you can get the Cliffhanger, which the price needs to be improved on, for 23 pickaxe coins.
Okay, so and that's what I'm gonna do in my next video, is I'm gonna go in there in the Gold Dust shops, and so people will have a video of what's in those 3 shops, because we get those questions a lot, on how much is this pick or how much is that pick. Another thing is I'm gonna tell people don't use the anvils.
Yeah, that's a very serious issue. Which
yes.
I can't decide what to do. I don't know if I should just completely get rid of anvils or what.
What we'll do is we need to where you get the pickaxes, there needs to be a warning sign. Do not use anvil with these.
No, well, they shouldn't be where the picks are. They should be actually on the picks themselves. Do not put this in the anvil, or else you will lose it and your game will crash.
Right. Avatar's right, and then if they do, it's their own darn fault. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But Avatar's right. He nailed it. It needs to be on there. And what that'll do, I would not take those anvils out, because when I started, I was using them, and not in my shop. I'd go over to Ninja and use his, but I loved them. And stuff like that. And I also had that question too. I was like, well, I wonder if this will work in the anvil, and of course it don't. I didn't do it because someone else did, and I learned from that. But so if you ran your cursor over, it says do not put an anvil, and they do, then yeah, it's their fault. But at this point, there needs to be something like that. That's a brilliant idea, Avatar.
Yeah, because I know I was really, really guilty of that myself, because I was like, oh, my pick needs repaired. I'm going to put in an anvil, herp-de-derp.
Oh my god, that's what I did too.
Yeah,
I had my best pickaxe.
And the next thing I know, my game crashed. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I get back on. I'm like, oh man, I lost a couple of picks. General, Pill, help. And they luckily retrieved the pick for me, and yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, there was that guy last night. That's why I felt sorry for him, that Ryan guy, because
Yeah.
he was trying to get up. He was trying to get in a thing or a plot, and he didn't have enough money. And then he put his pick in the anvil and got the big surprise. I felt sorry for him, but yeah, that's I think Avatar's right. If it's put on there, do not put an anvil.
Yeah.
yeah.
That, I never even thought about that. That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well that concludes all the questions, and that also concludes the podcast.
Well, fantastic. Hey, this is my first doing the podcast thing. You guys are awesome, man.
Yeah. We're definitely going to be doing more of these. These were pretty fun to do.
Yeah. They should be done kind of regularly.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Not like every week, but regularly.
I think Pill and everyone else is going to try to. The only issue is I know like Apostle and I work extremely weird hours due to he works in a hospital, I work in retail. So we're never knowing exactly when we can get on and do these things.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
Alright, so, yep, that concludes.
Well, hey, thanks, Pillbox and Barry, for a fantastic
Yeah.
server.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
No problem. Thank you for joining us in the podcast, everybody.
you bet.
No.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Alrighty, I'm going to be ending the podcast here. Goodbye, people watching. Goodbye, Avatar, Spider, and Cliff, and Barry.
Yep.
Goodbye, everyone else.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.